Hello, this is Sean from Octopart. Today I'll be talking to Sean Nantel from Future Electronics about the ubiquitous Bluetooth Low Energy Technology, or BLE for short. Sean is a product marketing manager in the Future Connectivity Group. Thanks for joining me, Sean.
Not a problem, Sean. Thanks for having me.
So, Sean, Bluetooth Low Energy is an extremely popular communication protocol on connected mobile devices right now. What are some key items that are important for designers to understand and consider when choosing Bluetooth Low Energy for their projects?
That's a great question, Sean. So I think four key items to consider when using BLE and whether it's a fit for your project or not. The first one would be data throughput. BLE is a low throughput technology, less than 5 kilobytes per second. So if the project requires higher bandwidth, then BLE may not be the best fit. Second, if the project is battery operated, then the product will absolutely, definitely benefit from the low power consumption of the active Bluetooth low energy radio. Third, BLE is the simplest and most cost-effective way to communicate with a smart device. And finally, range. BLE is generally ideal for up to 20 meters at a time.
What are some attributes that design engineers should pay attention to when selecting a Bluetooth module for their design?
Yeah, so I would say that software architecture is probably one of the most important things to consider. You need to ask yourself if the product will use the module as the main application processor, or will it only use the module as a simple Bluetooth network interface? There are modules that are shipped with no firmware on them at all. These modules rely on the customer to develop their own code based on the SDK of the chip manufacturer used in the module design. These modules have an application processor ranging from Cortex M0 to Cortex M4 with various different memory configurations for flash, RAM, external memory, etc.
So, when should an engineer choose a module over a chip? Are there any downsides?
Yeah, so that's a great question too. So typically, one has to ask themselves, am I shipping 100,000 units a year with this project? And if the answer is 100,000 units or less, then a Bluetooth module is almost always the way to go.
What are the key let's start over. What are the key specs to compare when choosing a BLE solution?
So power consumption is a key factor, obviously, if your device is battery powered. Ask yourself, what Bluetooth version do I really need? Do I need the latest 5.0 version? If I don't, then I may be able to avoid paying the premium price for the latest module version. Pay only for the features that I need type of thing. Third, I need to make sure that the module is certified for the countries that you intend to ship to. Not all module certified countries lists are the same. Standard is FCC, IC, CE for North America and Europe. However, there are modules that have no certification and naturally come at a lesser cost. And finally, antenna configuration is important. Some modules come with an antenna included, which is either chip or a printed antenna, but there are definitely modules with no antenna, and instead they have a connector like a micro FL or a simple RF pad.
And finally, are there any fees associated with implementing Bluetooth Low Energy functionality in your design?
Yeah, so there is one inevitable fee that everyone designing with BLE will have to encounter, and that's the product listing fee with the Bluetooth Special Interest Group, or the SIG. This fee is anywhere from $2,000 to $8,000, depending on the product.
All right. Thank you so much for your time, Sean. I hope our audience will find this information about BLE useful.
Yeah, thank you for having me, Sean.
Thank you.